Hi guys, the political organisation set up by Jeremy Corbyn and Zarah Sultana, which will likely be called the Left Party, could be a real force for change in politics, or it could descend into chaos. Now, unfortunately, I'm starting to get the impression that it's more the latter than the former, as a result of this interview that Zarah Sultana gave to Novara Media, where she talked about how decision-making will be bottom-up, not top-down. Have a listen to this.
Fighting on your terms, would that mean, so for example, in individual seats, would you run candidates in winnable seats only, or would you risk sort of splitting the Labour vote in reform seats?
The membership will decide this, and I think we have to be strategic. We have to identify the places where we can win and where others who have the same goals and values around progressive politics, around defeating reform, where we can work together. And obviously, when there is a time for that, that will be, I imagine, a negotiation. But we will not be doing politics in the old way, where it's just a few men in a small room and kind of hashing it out. It will be led by members, and there will be, I believe, and I would actually argue for that tactical alliance method, but it will be on our terms, and it will be in the interest of our members, but also to stop Farage getting into power, because that has to be the guiding principle.
Okay, I'm a little bit concerned about this because she's talking here about the members deciding. Now, the members, of course, should decide policy. You know, in a normal political party, you have the members vote on different policies. Reform UK is the opposite of that. Nigel Farage runs it like a dictatorship. But more democracy in politics is a welcomed concept, and in a left-wing party like this, having more people engaged is really important. But you need to have people at the top who will decide how the nuts and bolts of the party work. You can't leave it to the members. Once again, the members need to have input, but the members cannot be deciding, do we field a candidate in this constituency or do we not? Do we engage in an alliance with this party or do we not? You can't leave it to the members, because the members don't understand the nuts and bolts of politics. They don't understand how political parties work. A lot of people may understand this, but the vast majority will not. People who are signing up, and it's over 500,000 people at the moment, it seems, do not understand politics. They're angry with the Labour Party. They're supporting Jeremy Corbyn because they like Jeremy Corbyn, or they're supporting Zarah Sultana because they like Zarah Sultana. They support a left-wing party because they like the policies, or what they expect the policies to be. So, but I don't think a majority of them understand tactical voting. I don't think they understand when you should field a candidate and when you shouldn't. Are you going to have a vote of 500,000 people when it comes to, should we run a candidate in this constituency? You would have absolute chaos, because people within the party who understand that it's necessary to run a candidate or not run a candidate may be sidelined by people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. You need to have an executive at the top who will decide the nuts and bolts of what you do. You can't leave this to the members. Otherwise, you're going to have votes every day on different tactics, on policies, on all sorts of things. You need to create a manifesto, have the members vote on that, and the manifesto should include things like, do we engage in tactical voting or not? But the individual cases of tactical voting should be decided by the party leadership, not by the members. Because once again, they will not understand this. And I'm getting the impression, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the impression that that's the way things would go. There would be votes constantly on, should we field a candidate here? Should we field a candidate there? Should we engage in tactical voting with the Greens on this occasion or not on this occasion? So you'll end up with chaos, and you'll end up with people leaving because they will see it as chaos. And you'll end up with a small party which is maybe ideologically driven and perhaps in the right way, but not having any real clout. You have an opportunity here with 500,000 people subscribed to the party or signed up to it to be a real force for political change. And I have this terrible fear that it's all going to fall apart pretty soon. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm not trying to discourage people. I'm not trying to badmouth this new party. I'm a bit concerned that they're not talking about having a proper leadership in charge. They're more about, well, let's let the members decide. And remember, the members are not in the best position to decide policy or tactics. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.